My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Downfall. We're going to be playing the Slime Boss. We're going to be playing on Ascension 2 as well. And it looks like we are going to get actual options here. Nice to see him, nice to see him. Although I did like the ability to pick up an elite early. Okay, which of these has more rests? Rests matter a lot in this mode. It's like a 4-line on rests, but it's like a 3-line as well. So there's the maximum elite path is a 3 elite path, but if I take that 3 elite path, I get literally 1 midline rest, which is it's just too few. I can also get 2 midline rests and 2 elites. That's slightly better, but still not great. Oh, out of all of these though? Out of all of these though, I guess 3 random potions to help me push through a couple of those elite fights. So with no extra card in the base deck, I probably want to go for the recall in the first area. Okay, get me a question mark as well. Transform a... Defending is harder as this character than damaging, so I'll defend a strike there. Getting a spreading slime. Effects that apply goop, apply 1 more. Upgrades to become innate. Taking another question mark. It turns out to be a merchant. Okay, so this should be tackle, corrosive, strike. What's damage I can deal? Do I even bother playing spreading or just defend, split into a bruiser and then strike? It's just, I just want to get as much damage through as I possibly can. It's not like we're going to get enough through, you know? Defend, strike, tackle is the best I can do there. And then we'll round it out with a little bit of a heal and a little bit more damage. So yeah, what, 42 damage on the target? Could be worse. Okay. Oof. Well. What have we here? Growth Punch, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared. So this is the card everyone's been talking about. You're joking. Sorry, those are lyrics. I like the idea of just cycling a Growth Punch. It's just, am I going to be able to do it fast enough for it to be effective, you know? Guess there's one way to find out. Let's take the Growth Punch and soldier on. We'll upgrade. I mean, Split always wants to be upgraded. Becomes twice as impactful. Well, actually significantly more than twice as impactful because it's 1 card that does both the effects. Okay, another question mark space. Golden Idol will lose a strike here and get no impact. Save the lost strike. Thankfully, we have an explosive potion because otherwise this fight would be real rough. Let's go for Bruiser and Gorilla here, I think. Also throw out a double defend and a tackle, probably against the back line. All right. I'm going to use the speed potion for extra defense this turn, actually. I want to free up one of the slots so that I have the ability to replace it later if it needs to happen. Okay, so next turn we at least get the kill on that frontliner. Hey, and then we get a power out and double defend. Okay, it looks like we're going pretty steady here now. Okay, let's corrosive spit and then goop slime. Backliner again, take 5. This is very little damage for specifically the slime boss to be taking in elite combat. It could be so much worse. Yeah, I still don't use the explosive here, only to save 4 damage. Wing boots. You make null paths when choosing the next room to travel to up to 3 times. That is extremely powerful. Schlurp seems like a decent way to get some gooping into the deck, as well as some ability to grow the growth punch. So I think I'll just take that right now. Alright. Art of War. If you don't play any attacks during your turn, gain an additional energy next turn. How often are we not going to play an attack in our turn? Elixir skills. Not super commonly, because attacks are what defend us. So I think I actually will take the Spreading Slime there as well. Okay, I can't break both of these. The max HP matters a decent amount. We have no scaling damage to the boss right now, do we? We've got the growth punch, but we have to hit the cycles perfectly for that to actually be good. Can we hit the cycles perfectly? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. We'll go Ruby, and then I'm going to upgrade the growth punch. Okay, at the very least here, we have a hell of a lot of time to set up. Hopefully we get growth punch in this hand, not at the very bottom of the deck. Why must this always happen to me? Okay, well, we get more time to set up at the absolute least. So split, we'll go for Mire and Leeching, right? So we're going to want extra defense. All right, waking me up with the growth punch, and then hit him with the corrosive. Unfortunately, most of our defensive cards just went by as well, which means that the rest of this turn is not going to be great. Get my 2 heal there, because we're reapplying the Mire this turn anyhow. Okay. Might as well go for the full defense. Again, we're reapplying the Mire anyhow. 3 damage to myself. So, strike, schlurp, lick, tackle, lick. And then we should be able to growth punch. Anchor started combat with 10 block. The block relics matter a huge amount for the slime boss, who has a lot of difficulty blocking themselves. Slime tap, absorb, gain 2 energy, and draw 2 cards. That helps our cycle early on. It's just we don't have many. I mean, doesn't remove its exhaust. So Gorilla Slime is AoE to all enemies. Assume gain 10 block on that. I think it might be pass. The ultimate question is, do I end up hopping across a path here? Like hop to this elite and then go down? Actually, that looks really good right now, doesn't it? All right, Gremlin Knob. Hopefully you don't absolutely destroy me. Start with the Schlurp. Lick, lick, growth punch, and then a corrosive spit to set up for the next turn. Oof. I want to play that split, but I also don't want to play that split. I need to play the split. It's got to be Mire Leeching again. Okay. I'll defend. If we don't get the kill next turn, I'll try and use potions to adjust us there. Goop and tackle. Yeah, we're fine. All right, Stone Calendar. The end of turn 7. Deal 52 damage to all enemies. Also, rest the attack. Consume commands. No, don't want more consume triggers, like, competing. There's also the Living Wall. Decent upgrade. There's also a Leech Energy. That seems like a good way to cycle a little bit faster. But I would have to get an upgrade on it in order to start cycling with it faster. Although at the absolute least, it becomes another way to kind of like cycle the deck and get extra consume triggers for the harder goo. think I'll take Leech Energy. And leave the Explosive Potion. Yo. Let's anger these mushrooms. Shame that I left the Explosive Potion, because it does feel good to come into this fight and then just Explosive Potion and instantly solve the entire combat. Let's go Leeching into Gorilla. And then I'll Corrosive, the lowest HP one that's buffing this turn. Attack and pass. Ah, that should have been Maya. That's my bad. We'll Schlurp. So that we can lick and Leeching energy there. We can also lick and then Growth Punch. Throw out a defend and explosive. This relic is going to be super handy for us. Odd Mushroom, when vulnerable, take 25% more damage rather than 50% more. As I mentioned, this character has a lot of difficulty defending, so that's a good way to deal with that. Draw a card, exhaust it, add a number of leaks to your head. No. Spiked Slime. Probably not. And Rain of Goop. Rain of Goop, 3 goop to random enemy 4 times. I mean, spreading slime is exactly the kind of thing that synergizes with this, so let's at least take it for that reason. Alright, Merchant. We'll split into a Mire and a Bruiser for as much damage as we can get out here. Then we Schlurp, Lick, Strike, Lick, Defend. 15 defense this turn. Can we hit 15 defense this turn easily? Yep. Extremely easily. Attack with that. And then I'm just going to straight up defend. I'm not even going to worry about the Growth Punch growing here. Spring Slime, Rain of Goop, Schlurp, and then double lick him. We can actually stack a pretty significant amount of goop on a single target. Oh, that strike does the same damage as the Corrosive Spit does here. So we can trigger a Heart of Goo again, get a little bit more healing. 117. We did 42 the first time, so we did like 60 something there. 70 something. First time you consume each turn, add a lick to your hand. Gluttony seems exactly the kind of thing we want to add to this deck. Gluttony and Hard Pass. Everything else. Ah, use all 3. Interesting. Interesting. As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from walls and speak. Forget what you know, and I'll let you go. I require change to see a new space. If you want to pass me, then you must grow. I'm gonna fight all of them in order to get the all 3 effects. I like it. Oh, it's one of the totem situations. I recognize this from the jungle. Cannot die unless all other heads are 1. Dies if any other head dies. Okay, so you focus on 1 head the entire time, it seems. This one's going to be buffing, this one's going to be attacking and debuffing, and then this one's just going to be heavy debuffing. So I guess I might as well just... I mean, the first turn gets played the same way no matter what, right? We're going to Gorilla Maya. Just double defend. Leeching Strike. Gain block equal to the enemy's goop. Okay, this one has 15 goop on you. That's good enough to justify. And in fact, I just want to throw out another hit. Can't die unless all other heads are at 1. So actually, no, I want to go for the growth. Choose a card to exhaust. Interesting. So that was the debuff I was effective with. There's also transform, the first card drawn this turn. 1 remaining. Hopefully it's not important. Corrosive Spike goes away and I get Split Specialist. Have a look at that in a moment. After... I do need a Schlurp. 14. That'd be 5. So 20. So we'll get the Forgetful Head to 0 this turn. Okay. Then we'll go for the Head of Growth. All right. Okay, so they're boss slimes. There's the Ancient Slime, attacks for 3 and causes you to draw a card every turn, as well as attacks for 4 and blocks for 4, as well as the Cultist Slime that grows in damage every turn, but starts with 6. Let's go with the Bronze, I think, here. Just supplement my defense a little. And burn a defend, because I think we're going aggressive now. Owie. Just double defend Reign of Goop, I guess. Just got to exhaust. Let's exhaust the one that's too expensive to really play. Okay, that Growth Punch is actually big enough now that I think replicating it is good. It's just a big damage card by itself, you know? I mean, it doesn't need to grow anymore either, so let's use Leech. Get an extra attack out. Burn and defend, we should be able to kill next turn. Got him. Ooh! 100 souls, as well as remove, upgrade, and transform. Oh, I love it. We don't really want strikes in this deck, do we? We just want things that consume. Buy a strike. Upgrade a card in the deck. Transform a card in the deck. Let's transform first, just in case we transform into something we want to use. Honestly, I'm actually looking at that tackle like, hey, do you need to be in this deck right now? And you probably don't. That was Momentary Thorns on the Spike Slimes. I mean, I'm okay with that. Helps me kind of pace the game a little better. Let's add a card to the deck first. Gain 3 block whenever you consume. Exactly the kind of thing that we're going to want in this deck. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. We have so much. We have so much here. 6 times on the Reign of Goop makes a lot of sense here for the upgrade. So does Leech. We want Leech Energy for the extra draw, and then we will proceed. Hell yes. I want that to be Shopkeeper. I want this one to be the Shopkeeper. Okay. Gluttony, Spreading Slime, and then we'll goop you for a bunch of gooping. Get gooped. Have a Leech Energy, give us another lick back. Yeah, I guess we go all the defense there. So we take 5. Yeah, unfortunately, 2 very important cards are on the bottom of the deck here. So Maya, Bruiser will Growth Slime, doesn't go into the next cycle, but will lick, schlurp, lick. Alright, here's the turn we need to deal a bunch of damage, and we have no attack cards in hand to deal the damage with, and that's because I removed them all. That's just 41 damage we could have dealt there. There's another Growth Punch. Do I really want to have 2 of those in this deck? Gain 4 block each time you play a card this turn. Armorer's Tincture. Interesting. Yep. It's exactly what we want in this deck, isn't it? So we schlurp. And then we'll Growth Punch the frontliner, and then lick, and then Growth Punch you again. Get both of those grown and have a target taken off the field. Goop Armor, split for Maya Bruiser, just for as much damage as we can get out early. And then we should be able to wrap this one up pretty cleanly from here. Unless, of course, for some reason, we took all the attacks out of the deck. Now I can't imagine that ever being a thing that we would do, but if we did, it would propose a problem at this point in time. Don't want any of those to contribute, though. All right, Watcher. Let's see how this one goes against you. Perseverance and Vigilance on the first turn. Not a great turn right there. At the very least, you do get to hold the windmill. Ooh, spreading and goop armor on the first turn. That's great for me, though. Oh, you've got Cloak Clasp? Oh, that's so mean. You're actually going to get a huge amount of defense out of that. All right, let's go. Growth Punch. Defend, defend. Okay. Gluttony into Rain of Goop. Then we'll Growth Punch for the damage. Lick and Split for Maya leeching afterwards, just for a little bit more defense and a little bit more guarantee of consume triggers. Leech Energy is a great way to start there. Then we get Lick, Growth Punch, Corrosive, Growth Punch. This is what I'm trying to do. What I just did that turn, 29 block and a ridiculous amount of damage, as well as getting both of these to scale. That's what this deck is trying to do. All we need to do is find ways to make that more consistent. Oh, that establishment next turn is going to be real hard for us. I am not looking forward to it. This is 27, and you're not even going to cast it this turn, and you're going to defend instead. Bold. All right, I'll Growth Punch first because I want it in the next cycle. And I can use the Lick and then Leech to try and get it. Yeah. This turn I was terrified of. Because we had both of the growths on that turn, it was enough. That's why it matters. Rain of Goop. Growth Punch. You're dead at the end of this turn, right? Yup. That's an extremely yes to the death thing. Mass feed. Even if it only goes up a couple times, it matters so much. Keeping cards in your hand until the right time to play them. Oh, gosh. All right, Runic Pyramid. We're going to have to be very careful, but as long as we end up with another energy after this, we are so set up. Okay. Break the Sapphire for some max HP. Honestly, we're about to go to a shop, so probably not yet. Mass Feed wants an upgrade desperately, though. Especially if I'm going to be holding it until the right turn to play it with the Runic Pyramid. I mean, come on. Yeah, Gluttony, Spreading, and then Rain of Gloop. We'll go for a Growth Punch next turn. Lick. Growth Punch. Then... I mean, we're actually not really scaling defense that well this turn. You know what? I will use an Energy Potion here. I'm going to put out Goop Armor. Should have done that earlier, to be honest. Energy Potions matter a lot to me. Maybe I shouldn't have used it there. Maybe that was a bit too hasty. The big thing about us is we grow really slowly in fights, so... it should have been Myron. Yeah, that's just my bad. It should have been Myron Bruiser for the extra damage. Matters to the tune of 5. Let's... start with the Rain of Goop, then Leech. And then honestly just damage and damage, right? So 13, 11, this is 16 by itself. So it's that, and then Growth Punch. I mean, we're dealing decent damage to the Merchant each time. I'll say that at the absolute least. That part's going okay. Tackles deal less damage to you. Apply 12 soul burn as well as full damage. Upgrades to 14 and 14. Equalize looks like a really good way to try and keep myself alive here. Hold it until the right turn with the Runic Pyramid. So it would be take Equalize and then card remove one of the worse things that we have in the deck at this point. It's probably just a straight up defend. Goop Armor wants an upgrade. So does the other Growth Punch. So does Rain of Goop, definitely. Let's get Goop Armor. That's going to be providing, hopefully, a large amount of our block. Good slurping. I may also use the Flex Potion this turn. Yeah, I'm going to use the Flex Potion this turn. So that a single slurp is enough to kill the frontliner there. Good. Okay. Spring Slime, Rain of Goop. Use the Leech Energy to take out the frontliner, Goop Armor, and then split for Gorilla and then Maya, so we will have targets. Mass Feed isn't going to be able to do anything against these because they're not minions, so Fatal is not going to trigger on them. It's not going to weaken, unfortunately. So this turn is Growth Punch again. Spike Slimes defend, I guess. Best I can do. Gluttony into Growth Punch. Gives us back a lick so I can use Leech Energy. And then, honestly, I just want a Rain of Goop. Equalize, hit that back target for a bunch of damage. Yep. And then I'm going to Goop and Growth Punch. Obviously, what I'm setting up for here is just Mass Feed next turn if we can hit it. It'll be Schlurp Mass Feed, I guess. Or would it just be Growth Punch Mass Feed? Yummy. The more max HP I can get, the far safer we are going to ultimately be. The 10th attack you play deals double damage. Seems good for us. Spreading Slime, I honestly think we do so much setup already that Spreading Slime's a little hard. Goop Spray does look good, though. Get some vulnerability stuck on the enemies, set up for a mass feed or something like that. The only problem is our energy at the moment. We really need to find extra energy somewhere. Okay. Growth Punch needs to grow. Punch. Let's continue down this line. If I take everything... Oh, I like that you get the option to take everything so many times here. Also the ability to take more fights. A man with an eye patch and a devilish grin strides up to you. Oh my, what a terrifying subject. You may not care for science, but I promise you, I can make you stronger than any harvesting of souls. You're gonna need it if you're going after one of those heroes. What'd you say? Fight him. I think I just want to see these fights. Augmenter. Don't have the ability. Well, I mean, we can goop the enemy and then growth punch. I mean, I think that might actually be good enough. Just get it to start scaling. Okay, that was transform the first 2 cards drawn this turn. 0 remaining. Leech Life consumes to heal us for the enemy's goop. So we've got a really, really good way to heal ourselves back up. Let's start out with a Schlurp Lick draw. Goop Lick defend, I guess? Spraying Slime, then Rain of Goop, and then we wait for a Leech next turn. Just try and heal all the way back up. Mire and Bruiser. Yeah, I think that's how we play it. Oh no, you did a giant amount of damage to me. I'm absolutely ruined. I'm just gonna heal for all of my HP right now. And then follow that up with a defend. This consumes to gain 10 block. It also consumes. Unfortunately, we don't have... Do we not have the right power out? Oh, we must have transformed the power that I was looking for, the gluttony. Okay, unfortunately, I also don't have any weaken available here. So I just want to consume as many times as possible this time. That's one consumption. Two consumption, as well as another 10 block. Basically the best I think I could have done that turn. Shame to have lost the ones that we did there. Yeah, we'll go for an equalize, then we'll... Spike Slimes for the defend. Next turn is just mass feed for the kill. Huh? Oh, of course things were going to hit him back. Whoops. Munigenic Strength at the start of each combat. Gain 3 strength at the end of the first turn. Lose it. Found some jacks. Thanks for the jacks. Do I actually want it, though? Yeah, we have the ability to heal up pretty readily, so we should be pretty happy to have that. Choose Guard to Transform. It's probably, like, defend both times here, right? So we picked up a Rejuvenating Lick for extra heal, as well as some goop. Love it. Overexert, don't want that though. Tongue Lash. Deals 3 damage, deals 3 additional damage for all of your cards containing Lick, including exhaust cards. We would have to cycle the deck so many times before that would actually be valuable for us, so I'm gonna pass. There's 2 shops down here. That's probably where I should finally get my kill. The boot, whenever you would deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. Not going to be super relevant for our run, I don't imagine. Oh, this could be a problem. I think I'm going to have to throw some stuff here, try and have a better first turn. Slightly better. Still not exactly what I was looking for. Okay. Rain of Goop and then leech some energy. And in for double damage on the next attack. Not great. We'll Slurp. And then split for Maya and leeching. We just, again, want more consistent generation of the right stuff on the enemies. We may end up just overexerting here, I think, as well. God, there's not much defense available this turn either. Ow. Thank you, Equalize. I think I go Growth Punch, then Lick, then Equalize. Largest amount of extra HP I could get back that turn. Deals a decent amount itself as well. So 16 extra damage on top of 15, on top of 3. Actually, we already have lethal, right? It's 34. It's exact. Lantern. Love that. A little bit of additional energy. Also another goop armor. That's exactly how we intend on getting our blocks. So game is being very kind to offer us another one of those. God, setting up that mass feed is going to be rough here. But it matters so much. It matters way too much. I have to do it. Okay. Spike Slimes. 3. So the frontliner end up killing itself on me. And then you set yourself up and you get a bit lower. So I'm not going to be able to kill all of them with this then. I go for so much extra damage there on the front line. Yeah. Because now you only hit me 2 times before you die, which saves me a lot of HP. No! Why did the front line have to die? Alright, chomp. At least we got some max HP there. Don't think I need any of the rest of this, to be entirely honest. That gluttony even, it just feels like I would be adding way too much setup to a deck that now needs to focus on its execution. Do I need an upgrade right now? Or do I need an elite fight? I think I want an elite fight. Elite fight and then hop over for the 2. Maybe I'm overestimating my power right now. I hope that's not the case. Do not love this turn. Let's go goop. Attack you. Need some extra block. Alright, so unfortunately we get weakened that turn, but I'm still not really going to be able to do anything this turn. It's really sucky. We'll go Rejuvenating Lick, Equalize. Let's get some HP back. Spreading Slime, and then we'll spread into Gorilla and Maya. And then I do need to get a single lick out so that I don't overdraw next turn. Okay, good. That made everything a lot easier. We'll lick and then kill you. Goopjax exerts. Rain of Goop and go for another Growth Punch. Nice. There we go. One Goop Spray, please. We'll also kill the frontliner. And the second liner set up some more. The enemy. Okay, yeah, we are totally fine here now. Growth Punch. We can Growth Punch again. Actually, I don't want to Growth Punch again. 17's not going to be enough. So I'm going to Corrosive and then Goop him. And then next turn, we'll go for a Mass Feed. Yeah, we are a lot stronger right now than I was actually giving myself credit for. Another Goop Spray? I don't think that's necessary. Teamwork. Command X times. We're not really a command deck either. The first time you take damage, an enemy takes that much damage instead. Wait, you would take damage or lose HP on one of your turns. Okay, so that just makes our tackles as well as our jacks slightly better. Not super interested in that. If we hadn't already taken a Goop Spray, I would take that one now, but we have a Goop Spray, so I won't. And then we'll do as I said, hop over to the double merchant fights. Hey, merchant. Ooh. Goop armor. Goop spray. Jacks. I mean, we may as well Growth Punch next turn. Schlurp, double lick. Growth Punch on this turn at the very least blocks for us. I'm going to use a speed potion to save some HP here, I think. Yeah, it'll help us save all of our HP. Okay, my next attack does double damage. Love a big heal. Okay, and then we split to Bruise and Maya. They're not actually going to have a chance to attack, though. We'll Schlurp, Lick. Before we Leech, do I have Gluttony out? I do not. Okay, Leech. And then we... 14, 15... Guess we just mass feed. Okay, so we probably kill the merchant next time we fight. Which is in 2 spaces time. Gain an intangible exhaust, upgrades to lower its cost. This is exactly the kind of thing that goes into a deck like this. It's not ethereal as well, so makes it a lot easier for us to tank. Take that, cut to defend. Maya, leeching, goop, rain of goop, and process bits. Extremely set up for huge damage this turn. Very happy to use Jax here as well. We'll even set up goop armor so we get some extra defense out of the leech energy that does 48 damage there. Love to see it. Goop armor is the one that I was supposed to set up. Whoops. That's okay. We'll double up on that, and then I'm going to defend. Set up for the mass feed next turn. Yep. Easy. Don't need any of those. Move on to the next shop, and goodbye, merchant. Hopefully we can kill you in these first 2 turns, though. That's not feeling likely. Actually, doesn't it feel likely? Leech energy there. Oh my god, shape. Oh, that shape has so much defense this turn. There's also equalize here that looks like it is actually extremely close to lethal, right? 27 because it's got the double damage. It's got the vulnerability as well. So it goes up by 4, so it's going up linearly with that. So we can, you're 64, we can go 39 total this turn. Okay, we'll go shape of puddle. Oh my god. Nice. Good defense there. Then we Jax and equalize for some damage. We'll lick and growth punch, and then we set up a mass feed for the next turn. Chomp. I'll absorb all of your souls as well. Okay. We get to choose our opening. We get to choose 2 of our things to be in our opening hand. Goop armor, I think, needs to be in our opening hand. Skills. Do we want to choose a skill to be in our opening hand constantly? Actually, maybe we don't want either of them. Just cut a card from the deck, move on. I could do that. Of course, this bit is pretty expensive for what it applies to the deck at the moment. It's like a bad schlurp. Overexert applies nothing in this deck at this point, except for a space in my hand that I do not want to use. I'm going to save my money for the rest, actually. I really don't think the rest of those are exactly what we're looking for here. Heal up. No. Gain max HP for the cost of current HP. That's more our jam. I mean, sometimes they just gift it to you. Let's go goop armor, goop spray, split into a mire and a leeching, getting more goop out on the field. Goop armor, we'll go rejuvenate and then giant growth punch. Gluttony, probably should have played that earlier. Actually, we didn't want gluttony. Yeah, because it'll give us so many things more that are hex targets here. Interesting. Let's growth punch the backline and then mass feed, I think. Get the growth punch to actually grow its size. Or do we take the damage? No, we can't take the damage this turn. We have to mass feed. Taking the damage this turn would have been, you know, lick and then equalize and then eat both of them next turn. That would be just too much to do, I think. Grow. Lose 1 slime slot in exchange for 2 strength and 2 dex. That seems reasonable. We are not really using slimes here, and we're definitely not using enough to actually... Yeah, grow sounds good. So this is the claw deck, and you have a kunai. Rude. You do get to set a bunch of powers up on turn 1, though, so I will lump it for the sake of that. Okay, start out with Leech for the extra cycle. Go for a grow. Jax into... I mean, the pain is going to happen. We're already fully defended against the enemy. Maybe I just lick and equalize here. Decent amount of damage out of it. Throw a split for Mire and Leeching. Same reasons as before. A little bit of extra defense. A little bit of extra goop consistency. Goop armor, growth punch, rejuvenating lick, growth punch. It's perfect. And we should basically be safe from the next cycle on. Reina goop. Growth punch. You're gonna hit me 2 times this turn. Do I want to spike slimes? Ah! I forgot the dual cast is gonna be 16 damage. Yes, I wanted to spike slimes there. Yes, I very much should have wanted that. Growth punch. Lick. Growth punch. Guess I'll set up a Reina Goop as well. We're just focusing now on trying to get that mass feed off. Also, probably leave the pen nib on the highest that we can leave it on, if at all possible. Echo form as well. Oh, love it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to waste the pen nib with the mass feed there, but max HP matters so much on this character. I am so glad that we are here. I don't think we need any of these. This causes more energy problems, which we already have a lot of. And doesn't actually necessarily help us that much. Can no longer upgrade cards in your deck. How many cards in this deck really want an upgrade right now? Not many. Reina Goop kind of wants an upgrade. Not being able to see my enemies intense. It's pretty rough. I think I can take the Fusion Hammer, actually. I don't think anything is kind of make or break on whether it has an upgrade right now for us. 2 super early shops. Oh, there's a very spicy path with a bunch of elites if I just take this one, though. Maybe I go take the first shop. Actually, hang on. So this comes down to here, comes down to this point, and then we go across to this one. And then what could I even save? Like, I go there, and then I hop across to here in order to get 3 more question marks. Actually, that's pretty good usage of the wing boots, so we'll do that at the very end. Okay, we still need to break the sapphire. We still need to get the emerald. Emerald is the very... Huh. We can't fight now. The emerald is at the very bottom here. I have no opportunity to break the emerald after getting it. There's no campfire after the emerald elite. Okay, so we're not fighting now. We should be fine then. I mean, honestly, the Nyao fight was probably going to be the easiest one for us, to be entirely honest with you, because the growth punches are just going to be ridiculous in a fight that long. Like, every turn, we're just going to be dealing 100 block, 100 damage. Shame not to be able to demonstrate it here, though. Sure, I'll rest. Okay. Ooh. I don't want to recruit them, right? But I could. And if I recruited them, they'd get absorbed, just giving... No, but it's another card in my deck. I'm not going to do it. I've already recruited these before, and it was in a deck that actually made sense, so... Maya. I think I'm going to use an attack potion here. Yeah. We'll pile on commanding all slimes, giving me the ability to now use leech energy, goop spray, and then a growth punch. Getting a target down, taking no damage myself. Why would it not let us play? I'm sorry, this is not the deck for it. I apologize profusely. We will allow you to play later. This just isn't the right time. Chomp. Sampling Link pre-upgraded, and so is Rain of Goop. Oh god, these would have been so good. Sampling Link, I think, actually helps us a lot here with the extra ability to draw. Alright, Repto. So now I've learned that if I want to be able to guarantee that I have time to break the emerald, I need to get the emerald key on the second floor at the latest. I can't rely on trying to pick it up and then use it in this floor. Let's go Jax and just take down the frontliner. Another growth punch here. Love to see it. Let's goop armor schlurp. I'm gonna distill chaos here, actually. We grow, we get gluttony, we get shape of bottle. Thank you. Makes my decision making a lot easier here. It's spreading slime, lick, grow, and then we have mass feed coming up. We also have brain of goop. We have split, goop armor. Double lick the mainliner. Rain of Goop, and we'll start out with the leech energy here. Okay, Goop Armor, Lick, and then Growth Punch for a bunch of extra block as well. Almost enough to keep us completely safe this turn. Almost. Alright, Schlurp, Lick, Growth Punch. Guess we double Lick Goop Spray. Let's try and set up as best we can for a mass feed. Okay, not yet on that mass feed. Then Growth Punch. Now? Now. Mass feed is so good in this deck. I am so glad that I took it. Split Specialist. Ugh. So we saw earlier that that gives us boss minions. Boss slimes, rather. They do seem good. Like, really good. And it does come pre-upgraded. They command as well, so they instantly attack. God, am I removing the yellow split from my deck? If I am, then I can take this. Otherwise, I can't take this. Leeching Strike is actually a huge amount of block, but I think we've already fulfilled that role. This is not the deck. It's not the deck. I'm so mad that this isn't the deck, but it's not the deck. Alright, so I think in lieu of being able to take on extra bosses next floor, I'm just going to try and take on extra elites this floor. So we use the wings early here. Grow Goop. Spike Slimes hold, I guess? Guess this matters a lot. Shape of Puddle is going to matter a hell of a lot later as well. It's Sampling Lick. And we can go for the draw, get Gluttony out there as well. Equalize. Honestly, I probably just want to get the expensive attack out of my hand. We'll leave that lick to be part of the slowing for the next turn. Spreading slams, jacks, lick. Split into mire and leeching. Same again, again, again. First punch gives us that back. We'll defend and throw out a goop spray for some vulnerability. Alright. Thank you, double growth punch, for being in hand. That's exactly what I was looking for. Growth punch, Reina, goop. Lick. Growth punch. And then Schlurp, double lick. Should have done that in a different order to have the growth punches both be the last things that I played, at least separated just by the gooping, the re-goopening. I'm going to play that before the leech, just because I need a space in hand for the lick to go in. Then Schlurp. Lick, growth punch, lick, growth punch. Yeah, we've extremely escaped the damage of the giant head right now. This Jax is really nice. We're actually scaling pretty significantly. And we cycle it a hell of a lot, too. Not to be underestimated how important that is here. Then on a turn like this, it feels like a good day for a mass feed. Chomp, chomp, head, chomp, chomp. Goop spray pre-upgraded. Again, the same kind of thing that we ignored previously. Oh my god, that's an instant kill on a target with the equalize right now. I love it. Bye. Maya leeching again. Okay, this is interesting. We probably save the Shaper Puddle until we're going to hit the Spiker in the front line, I guess. Should have waited for the mass feed. Right? Yeah, I should have. We'll back up decently at the very end there. Don't think I needed to, though. All right, we're passing all of the extra slime support. It seems like last run, I wanted to go for slimes and they didn't support me. And now I don't want to go for slimes and I'm getting so much slime support. Rejuvenating Lick. Growth Punch, then Rain of Goop and Equalize. Just get rid of it. And Schlurp for a double Lick setup here. Uh-oh. Start out with Goop Armor and then Gluttony so I can try and get as many consume triggers here as possible. Grow, Lick, Growth Punch. Yep. Best defense I could get that turn. Ow. Gotta keep the Shaper Bottle just in case. There we go. Just in case this turn is this turn. Let's Growth Punch. Sampling Lick, drawing another card. Then Growth Punch. We actually got the full defense already. Simply love to see it. Okay. Leech Energy still allows me to fill my hand here. Speed 32? Just short. Oh god, don't tell me it would have been enough. No, wait, I wouldn't have had the ability to cast the mass speed afterwards anyway. Okay, we have Shaper Puddle at the absolute worst this turn. Perfect. Strike Dummy. Cards containing strike deal 3 additional damage. Not relevant to us. Leech Life. Honestly, I don't think that is relevant to us, but I will still take it, just in case. Shuriken. Like, it's relevant to us, it's just not needed, I think is what I was trying to say. Yep. We'll take this risk. They grow pretty quickly, but again, we have the Leech Life now, so, you know, worst case scenario, we should still be okay. My, leeching. Corrosive and just shape a pod. Sure. We'll go for some bottle shaping here. Okay. Goop armor. Spreading slime goop spray, I guess. Now we are just setting up for a big Leech Life. That's, I guess, our game plan now. Didn't think it was relevant, and now it's all I do. Chomp. Okay. Love a good gluttony here. We'll growth punch, hitting the front liner, getting a lick, and then we'll use the lick. Use the lick on the front liner, setting up for the mass feed. Literally just 2 more healing that I get for it. Or no, I can't. I can't try and go for that. Can I? I can. So I defend against all their incoming damage this turn. And I try and set up to kill the backliner next turn. Those double hits against the backline right there, those certainly help. Then leech energy, throw out a lick. Equalize as well. And then we can even mass feed after all of that. Oh my god. Perfect fight. 14 more max HP. Another leech energy. Leech energy honestly seems pretty bad in this deck at this point, right? We're currently drawing so many extra cards. We do want to cycle back to that Jax more consistently. Okay. Okay. Lose a bunch of souls, heal to max HP, or heal to full HP, as well as lose 19 max HP. I'm okay with losing my 19 max HP right now. Especially with how much I have. Alright, here we go. Giant head. Here's the real heart fight for us. I mean, meow fight for us. Just get more vulnerability on the enemy before I go for a giant equalize. Nice. I could have just full healed in this fight. Honestly, I didn't need the previous event. Start with the leech energy. We get a goop armor out. We lick, we growth punch. We lick, we growth punch. And then we rain of goop. And then next cycle, we just destroy constantly. Jack Spring Slime and a leech energy, which gives me a lick, so I can leech energy again, actually. I get a rain of goop, so I can growth punch, but I got to split first. And heck, I might as well throw a slurp in there if I got the time. Start out with a growth punch, and then we'll lick for the leech energy to get back to another leech energy and another growth punch. Let's corrosive spit leech energy. Set up on that one. Then we'll Jax and rain of goop and growth punch. 49 damage at the very end there. Having a Maya Slime out every turn is so good. It's making the cycle so much easier. So much more powerful as well. Let's slurp, getting 2 charges of this, so I can lick and then Leech Energy, and then we can lick Growth Punch. Okay, and then we'll finish up the Rain of Goop. Mass Feed next turn for the kill. Honestly, the impact of having the Runic Dome just for hitting mass feeds consistently is by itself worth it. When you add a card to your deck, gain 9 souls. It looks tasty. Consume, add a lick to your hand. No. Whenever you play a card this turn, command. Oof! That's really good. Not for us. Not this deck. But it is really good. But it's not for us. We'll try and get a couple more question marks here. See if that becomes relevant. Let's go for Rejuvenating Lick for the Leech Energy. Extra draw. Then we can... Goop Armor, Shaper Puddle, to be entirely honest. Okay. Start out with the Jacks, and then we'll Sampling Lick before a Leech Energy, drawing a bunch of extra cards, giving us a bunch more options in hand. I feel like we're going to be using Goop Spray to just set up to try and kill all of them on the same turn with a mass feed, so that's what I'm setting up for here. We might be setting up for it sooner than I thought. And then Lick goes, yeah, Lick goes to the front line and... Tackles deal 5 more damage to enemies and 1 more to you, as well as press the attack. No, none of those. But Liquid Bronze could be relevant. Silent is a poison deck at this point, not a Shiv deck. Model the 2 highest cost cards in your hand. Like what? Like what, I ask? I don't really got that much of a expensive deck. I'm gonna burn the Equalize. I don't want to have to hold that in hand the entire time. I often end up overcrowding my hand with this. We'll... Grow to Leech to Gluttony. And just continue throwing out hits there. Shaper Bottle is going to be really interesting on this fight. Interesting? No, powerful in this fight just because the Maw has those single large turn attacks that we do want to avoid if possible. Growth Punch, Lick, Growth Punch, Lick. Spreading Slime, and a little bit more Slime on you as well. I could even let the enemy take a hit and then leech life. This is just the ability to heal back up in case, basically. Okay, and then it's... This isn't great. Corrosive Growth Punch. Hey, that's enough defense for us. Good. Okay. I can leave the second Growth Punch to the next turn then. Okay. Goop Spray, Growth Punch, Lick, and Growth Punch. All of that was just based around trying to get a little bit faster here to set up for the mass feed. Now. Flex. Seems reasonable. Absorb, gain 1 potency, 6 block, and hit. No, potency doesn't really matter to us here. Sampling Lick, we already have a copy of. Speed Potion seems less relevant in the final fight, to be entirely honest. Like, we should just be already capable of blocking that fight. What we need is speed for taking out the Silent before it hurts us too much. Goop Spray. You served us valiantly, Goop Spray, but now we have the opportunity to possibly pick up a better one. Fight yourself. Yeah, it requires all 3 Heart Blessings. At the very least, if we had all 3 Heart Blessings by this point. Oh, it doesn't even count us as having them unless we break it. God. We could at least try that. Unfortunately, we can't. Sure, I am in. Okay. All right, Slime Boss. Let's see what you can do, friend. I may actually be able to mass feed 4 targets here if I set myself up correctly. Don't absorb me. Oh, I definitely have to mass feed on all the targets then. Come on. That's an invitation to mass feed, if anything. I could even just shape the puddle this turn and probably will. Let's grow, gluttony, double burn the slimes, wait for the next turn. At the start of the next turn, my slimes will start splitting the slime boss, right? So do I just want to go for a bunch of slurp in this turn? No, I need to start growing the growth punches. So it's growth punch, lick, growth punch. We have double damage on our next attack. That's not good. We could just mass feed here. But I like the puzzle of trying to figure out how best to utilize this. Leech energy. Throw out the corrosive spit there just to get it out of hand. Come on. Ow. Ow, neither of them split. Ah, we didn't attack 2 different targets there. That's what we wanted to do, would be attack 2 different targets, obviously. This makes life a lot harder. Fine. Chomp. No longer can become frail. Hard pass all of those. We've been done in the deck building for a while. God, I really would have liked to see this fight now. Alright, rejuvenating lick before Jax. After the Jax, just in case. It's not just in case of anything that could happen in this fight, it's just for setting a better precedent of taking damage before healing damage, just in case. Alright. Lick slimes and then wait. Alright, shape a puddle. This is exactly why that's useful in this deck. Let's... Do I want to try and set up all the mass feeds at the same time here? Is that what I'm trying to do? I think that might be what I'm trying to do. Armor, hit that, and then block. And then we'll split for Myron Leeching. Without the goop armor, this is a lot harder for us to do because we can't set up the vulnerability as well as 10 in AoE easily. Rain of goop and then Leech on the back line as well. I mean, mass feed right now kills all except for the backliner. That's got to be good enough. And we'll even settle up with a Leech Life just so I can get as much healing as possible. Spike Slime and Divine Conqueror and Flame Tackle. We've been, as I've mentioned before, done with this deck for a while, so that's not necessary. Antidote. We only have 2 of these. That proves the point that I was making about the Heart Blessings being the way we get this, but I think we already knew that for certain. Especially with these already here and the Runic Pyramid, we're going to have to worry about hand space a lot. This is our final fight, though, so Liquid Bronze. May as well get those, especially if I'm about to be double attacked. Gosh, the enemy is going to stack up poison on us pretty considerably. right, it's going to be very important that I use my heals at the right time here. Wraith form. Oof. You're not going to use just Bouncing Blast Catalyst this turn? That's what I would do in your position. Seems the more reasonable thing. Equalize for as much healing as we can possibly get there. Bouncing Flask again. Gosh, I'm waiting for the enemy to have a catalyst that they're intending to play before I use the antidote. Maybe I should use my first antidote before that, though. Rose Punch for the block, and then lick before using that. Gosh, I really want both of those grunge punches is what I was gonna say there. I really want both of those grunge punches to grow. This is an antidote, I think. I just have to run it out. Good grunge punch turn right there, though. Okay. Catalyst isn't even in intention this turn. Double deadly poison in hand, and you're refusing to play that. What are you doing? Crunch punch, hit him with a lick, go for it again. Guess just Rain of Goop and Schlurp. Okay. Please tell me you have a catalyst in hand and you attempt to play it right now. Hey, there we go. It's actually still going to be a lot of damage, so maybe I should let it go through and then use the antidote to remove all of it next turn. Because you're using a deadly poison before it. It's actually probably what I do want to do here. Punch him. Lick. Go for that. We'll go for a Jax and Rain of Goop so we can go for another growth punch. Also. Nice. Bouncing Flask, don't really care about that. Antidote for the full removal. Then Growth Punch, Lick, and Growth Punch once more. Throw out a Leech Energy there as well. And then Murder with the Stone Calendar. Good fight. Feel something very evil at your core. You can see that all of our things up there have already destroyed. For all of your efforts, the door to the Heart's Chamber remains vulnerable. Yeah, okay. So anything short of... And that pesky, laughing, rug-toting citizen got away from you. What do you mean, got away from me? I killed them! Isn't the story that the heart revives them if I get through to the next section? So what I've done here is I've failed to meet all of the requirements for going to Act 4 here. And the requirements are getting all of the gems, breaking all of the gems, and killing the merchant, right? That's what this is alluding to. But I did fulfill the merchant part. You didn't get away from me. Unless, of course, this implies that regardless of whether or not I go to Act 4, the heart still revives the merchant. Hell of a good run right there at the absolute least. We saw some really powerful growth punching. Got to actually use a kind of double goop armor defend with the consuming deck. I really, really like that. We found this run explores 3 different ways of how the slime boss can defend themselves and uses all of them in order to defend effectively, right? So we have burst defend. The burst defend is obviously shape a puddle. Burst defends on a single turn. We have burst defend in the later part of the fight. Growth punches are burst defend by themselves, as well as the leech life is kind of like reactive burst defend, right? After I've taken 80 damage, heal back up 80 health, that kind of thing. We also had mass feed, giving us a lot more damage that we could take before we needed to heal back up. So that's kind of like, it's not defend, but it's not block, but it is defensive. And then we also had the goop armors that we were constantly cycling in order to get a bunch of consume, which was also a great way to get kind of like upkeep block for us. Really, really good run right there for the moment. My name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game. Ooh, are we about to no, we're not. Okay. My name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Slay the Spire Downfall. There's all the links that you need in the description down below to be able to play the mod yourself, as well as all of my history playing this game, past, present, and future. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.